All right, everybody, buckle up, Buttercup. Are you ready for the week? We got a new moon in Libra and we're heading into Scorpio season. We are launching the Mapping Your Timeline School, the astrology school that I have been working on so diligently all summer long. So it is ready for you. We're going to start on Wednesday this week, and I am going to help you understand 2026 and how you can harness it. I'm going to give you all the tools you need to get into that for next year, because for the next 2 years, we are going to have an amazing opportunity to really step into the new you. And I want to get you guys ready for that. So that's why we're starting in October. All right, October. All right, let's see what's going on today. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you've never seen me before, this is definitely something for you. If you were called to watch this reading for some reason, there's a message in here for you. So let's get going. Time. Gratitude. Wow. Karmic path and safe travel. I like that. Okay. All right. I'm just going to say this to you. Something is going to be revealed about intercontinental space travel. I haven't really talked very much about the comet that is going on, the A3 comet. Haven't really talked about that. I think I will do that this week. Maybe we'll talk about it in Pathfinders and what that actually means, okay? In a very basic sense, comets, when they appear to us, mean new beginnings. Next year in astrology, we have the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, which is a major deal because why is it such a big deal? So what? Like two planets are talking to each other. It's a big deal because it's at the 0 degree of Aries, 0 degrees of Aries point, and that is like on the world stage. It's something like you introducing you to the world in a big new way. And whatever house you have that in, it's going to be that part of your life that is going to be forever changed. So let's take the bull by the horns, shall we? Let's do that. I just saw the Empress card. There's definitely something here. I just got right away. I got like intergalactic space travel, or I don't know. And then also here, this might be a different message or part of a different message, that there's some kind of memorial. There's some kind of, you know, how people stand around and hold candles. There's something that is important to remember, something, because this is Father Time. This is Saturn. There's something that's really important to remember about where you came from. So those of you who identify as starseeds or identify with Atlantis or with any, the Pleiades, anything like that, I feel like this week is going to, there's something about that origin story that is going to help you plant the seeds for the new you or the you you're becoming. Okay, so that's kind of an interesting thing. Just, put a pin in that. Maybe we'll get back to that in the reading. Let's see what's going on here. These are the cards I used in London. Honestly, they were still in my case over here until just now. It's been 2 weeks since we've been back, but here we go. 2 of Wands, the King of Cups, the Temperance card. Wow, the High Priestess, this 8 of Swords, and this 2 of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of these kinds of messages where there's a lot of inspiration or hope or spiritual awakening, spiritual opening up, but you're not seeing it yet. There's something that has to be cleared. There's a mindset or there's a thing in the way, some big bulky thing in the way. And there needs to be a decision made to just take off that blindfold. And it's not happened yet. The decision has not been made. We've got the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles here. The decision has not yet been made. So this could be about a person who's coming into your life, or this could be you, right, stepping into that new chapter. The decision still needs to be made. And I feel like some of you are waiting for inspiration or waiting for spirit to show you a path or, shine a light on the path. I feel like one of the things that we can do right now, this is one of the things we'll talk about this week, probably in Pathfinders, we're going to talk about meditation or creating practices around how you are living your life. And most especially if you are watching tarot readings, astrology readings, anything along those lines, I want to help you incorporate that into your life. It's not something that's just like, oh, that's kind of cool. There's a Virgo reading there. And, I'm a Virgo rising, so I'm going to watch that. And hey, there's some interesting stuff in there. It's sort of like, how are you experiencing the energies more so than even anybody is telling you, kind of in a general sense, but like, how are you experiencing it? Because that matters. That is my way of working with astrology. Is, astrology is pattern recognition. That's really what it is. It's about being able to look at, oh, these planets and these energies, we are of the same stuff. They are impacting us on this planet because we are just all a bunch of atoms running around. And this energy, movement energy, resonates inside of us. It absolutely resonates inside of us. And so once you understand that they are archetypal, energetic expressions of you, right? In the universe, it's a reflection of you, and you are then reflecting that in your own life. How do you want to use that? If you still feel like life is just happening to you, there's absolutely a path here. I just feel like you haven't quite committed to it yet, or this could be another person coming into your life that hasn't quite made the decision yet. Okay? King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. That's nice. 7 of Cups, lots of options here. 8 of Wands, the Moon. Got the new moon in Libra happening this week, 28 degrees of Libra. So very late. If you have any energy in the cardinal signs, meaning Libra and Aries, Cancer and Capricorn, especially in those late degrees, this is going to be especially powerful for you. And Libra's an air sign. So there is something about stating your intentions out loud, making, I heard the word proclamation. Okay. Making a proclamation, like you're ready to state it to the world. Yeah, look at that. He's like, here I am, world, right? So these two cards, you take my tarot class, you know this. These two cards, the 2 of Wands is the prayer card. Like, this is what I'm putting out into the universe. And the 3 of Wands is the expectation that it's coming. You're putting something out into the world, and the moon is going to be the important energetic catalyst that day, the 21st of October. The next day, we go right into Scorpio time and Libra, the tail energy of Libra, because it is so late, right? The moon is at 28 degrees. And so obviously, like the very next day, because the moon moves kind of quickly, the very next day, we're going to feel scorpionic energy. And then this 3 of Wands about receiving something, expectation of receiving something. The 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So Saturn is, this is the karmic path, right? And this is Saturn. And this is Saturn, the time card. So Saturn is about putting in the effort. So if you're making an ask to the universe, you're going, because it's like, it's not said yet. It's time to put in the effort to dream a new dream, or to come up with what it is that you want to create. Next year, when we have Saturn and Neptune moving into Aries, that is going to be like I said, the birthing of a new you. So right now is a really good time to think about this. And I do feel like with Saturn and Neptune, they're going to be dancing for a couple of years. We've got also, I'll be talking about this on Wednesday, Uranus and Pluto involved in this. This is going to be very powerful for the next 2 years. Okay. So it'd be good to know like where it's going to impact me, how it might impact me, how it might play with the other planets that are already in my birth chart. The 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, you're wanting to do the work here. The 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords says it's possible that you don't really know what this is yet, because I am seeing this 8 of Swords, kind of like, um, I have some ideas, but I'm not really seeing it. And I feel like that's because you don't really know how much power you have, in terms of, like, if you said to yourself, I want to express myself more creatively. I want to step into my art or step into my music more. Be a little bit more concrete about that. Okay? And start doing it now. Start doing it now, because this is the time, this week, with this 8 of Wands and the moon, you're talking to the energy, or you're speaking your future into existence. New moons are about planting seeds. Libra, ruled by Venus, this can be about your relationship to other people. So there can be something about children or marriage, or creating something very stable for yourself. You're wanting to do that. How do I do that? Well, you're going to need to sort of follow Saturn here. Saturn's in Pisces right now, and Pisces is very spiritual energy. So doing the work around your spiritual life is going to help you. You may not be able to see the connection. I think that's what this is. You may not be able to see the connection between, planting the seeds and everything I just talked about with your creativity or whatever, and like expanding your spiritual practice. You may not be connecting the dots there. But spirit is, the universe is saying, oh, you're like putting your money where your mouth is here. 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. Now, 7 of Swords a lot of times is some kind of sneaky energy, or it's about like not telling yourself the truth, or someone not telling you the truth. What is the 7 of Swords here? Let's clarify the 7 of Swords. The Sun. Wow. Empress. Woo! Ace of Swords and the Queen of Cups. If some of you are looking for the love of your life, or your passion and purpose in terms of your work, both very Venusian kinds of things. It's like, it's got to come from your truth. It's got to come from your heart. And some of you, I almost feel like spirit is saying to you, hey, you need to do the work around what it is that you want, right? Like coming up with the dream or something. I feel like some of you are still sitting in a lie, and that's a strong word. It's just like sort of a story that you were told about what all you were capable of, or what you were allowed to become. Like we are a family of lawyers, and so you are a lawyer, right? Like that kind of thing. Like, it's not malicious or anything like that. It's just sort of like, actually, I don't really want what I'm told I want. Some of you may be like, yeah, I don't really want marriage and family, although that's what my family expects of me. I don't really want to follow in my family's footsteps around the family business, or, I really want to, go to New York City and be on Broadway. I really want to learn how to make pastry from a Paris pastry chef, which is one of my bucket list items, right? Like those kinds of things. And if they're outside of the traditional narrative, that's what spirit is saying to you. Like, hey, connect up with me. Connect up with me. You are by far more powerful and expansive than you think you are. Stop dreaming such a small dream. Stop dreaming such a small dream. 7 of Cups. 4 of Wands. Hermit. 4 of Swords. And the Devil card. Some of you are editing yourselves. Like, you don't think you can get what you want, so I'm not going to ask for it. It involves other people, and they would have to have free will, and la 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 la. I'm just going to say to you that the wisdom, whatever you have been learning over the past couple of years about yourself. Some of you are, really upending these tight expressions, or this is all I think I can hope for. This is all I think I can do, or this is the outer limits. This is about you really expanding that and the wisdom. Like, what have you learned about yourself in the past? I'm going to say even 10 years. What have you learned about yourself? Because you're like keeping yourself small, or you're putting yourself into some kind of cubby hole. Because Saturn is constriction, right? Saturn is about, making things more tightly focused. And that's fine. That's totally fine. Like making things less scattery, especially in Pisces. Pisces, the shadow energy of Pisces can be a little scattery. And so Saturn brings some discipline to that, which is lovely. But you're also being asked to break out of another person's narrative of who you are. And that's what's really happening here. So let's keep going. If this is your reading, there's a link below. There's also links below for the astrology class, Mapping Your Timeline. If you want to jump on, love to have you. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. Stop dreaming such a small dream. Let's expand. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.